My name is Mary Kay Whitehead. As I look back when I was really deep in my addiction, if someone would have said to me, a year from now, your life is going to totally change and it's going to be wonderful and you're going to be in a good place, I would think, well, how is that going to happen? My mother was a very spiritual person, and she died when I was 16. And that was a blow that I never really dealt with till later on in my life, a lot later. And then when I lost my husband, everything just seemed to fall apart. As I was wrestling with my grief and my addiction, it was such a feeling of total despair where you wake up in the morning and the days and the nights all run together and you lose any kind of purpose that you have in life. A lot of my grief was the loss of my husband, who has been gone for 8 years, which to me is incredible because I spent most of that time with destructive habits and I isolated myself from the family and the friends. I wore my friends out, and I gradually came to realize that I needed community and I needed a way out. And all the old habits were not working for me. And my neighbor, Bonnie, I knew she was very involved with the meeting house. And I said to her, I met her outside one day and I said, I need to find a church family. So I went to church with her and I went through Grief Share, which is an amazing program. And I dealt with my grief and my pain and my anger in a productive way instead of a destructive way. I got involved with Bible study, and I met other people who I knew had the same problems in their life, and they were searching for God and their faith. And I just fit right in. The more I got involved, they were offering and practicing formation, and I was very curious about it. And for me, it was a milestone because it required commitment, not just for a month, but it was a 9-month commitment. What I learned was what I call Christian life skills, or developing your spiritual life and connection with God. And I learned how to forgive people in my life that I've been withholding forgiveness for a very long time. I feel like I'm a different person. I give off a different light. And a lot of it is that I have peace for the first time in my life. And I can never go back to the old life I had. There's just no way that's going to happen with me. His plan for me is unfolding, and I've come to realize that it's not on my terms. I had to totally surrender. When you give him the power to lead your life, you can break those cycles of addiction. And for me, it's the one thing that worked that's never worked before. So the common thing I have in my life that I may share with other people is that you do have to surrender your will to God to truly be free of addiction. It's something that requires daily faithfulness with scripture and prayer, but it's worth it because I live a free life now and my life is different, and I'm so happy and grateful.